Yo, what is good, y'all?
Every single Tuesday throughout the last
Aaron Rodgers
AJ Hawk
speaks
is asked
right
obviously
off
because his
fresh off
toxicness
surgery
has been around you for a
on
very
Pat
long
McAfee
time.
show.
And we're
Unreal.
being, we're being asked,
McAfee,
like,
McAfee's
what
in
do you think's next for
Colorado.
Aaron? Immediately
Dion
upon
and
it
them.
happening, like, what's next for Aaron?
It's crazy.
Everybody that is around you thinks the same exact thing. They say too competitive of a human being. The storyline in New York for the Jets was too
crazy
beautiful.
that he's already speaking. Obviously,
too
he's gonna
much
be out for the
invested
season.
for 4 plays to be the end of the road here.
It's
We
wild,
all
man.
say that there's no way that
Topic
you
of
would go out
chat.
like that. Now, I know we're just a couple days removed and you're in the middle of recovery. You got some sweet curtains wherever the hell you are right now. I assume you're laid up. Have you thought about that, obviously?
Okay.
And how much has that taken up your mental capacity over the last few days?
Damn.
Of course. I mean, I think a lot of that was like that night as I'm in the locker room. Before even an MRI, I knew what happened. I knew I'd torn my Achilles, and I had popped my calf, a few times, especially the soleus, and this was not that sensation. So I knew right away this was not a good situation. So, and I've known about this rehab.
man.
I've had friends who've done it, and fellow
Giants fan
competitors
is so
that I
sad.
know who've done it, come back from it. But
Facts.
I think what I'd like to say is, give me the doubts.
Yes.
Damn.
Doubts.
Damn.
Give me the timetables. Give me all the things that you think
Okay.
can, should, or will happen.
I like that.
Because all I need is that one little extra % of inspiration.
Sheesh.
That's all I need. So give me
I
your
like that answer. Let's go, Aaron.
give
Let's
me
go.
your doubts. Give me your prognostications, and then watch what I do.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
There's a bunch of New York Jets fans, more specifically Mike Greenberg, that went 6 to midnight right there.
Yep.
Hearing you say that. But I would like to tell you, just as somebody, you're too old, aren't you? You're 39 years old, bud. You're too old. The recovery is going to be impossible for an old-ass man like you. Have you looked into the recovery? And
Damn,
what is it looking
McAfee.
like you're going to have
Damn.
to do? And if you
You're
want to use
keeping
me
it real.
as motivation,
Damn.
we need to see you back on a football field. That's how we honestly need to see. What is the recovery time?
I mean,
What are
you
you
ain't
being
wrong.
told right now? And what are the next
I'm
steps?
sticking real. No doubt.
Well, first of all, I knew that Kobe
Love
had
it.
done his Achilles, so I looked into right away. I mean, literally on the table Monday night. I
If
thought
I be
about
doing it.
Kobe, and
Yeah.
so I looked into. I'd seen Muse, but I'd forgotten that he'd gotten surgery the next day. I'd have a friendship going back many years with Dr. Neil Elatrash. Neil worked on my collarbone back in 17, so I'd already texted him from the locker room, and then
I remember
was just
that.
wondering how quickly we could get this done. I didn't realize Kobe had gotten, like I said, the next day. He did it. He called, I think, Neil that night. They were in the next day. I obviously had to work out some flight logistics to get out to the West Coast, but I didn't want to waste any time. Every day that we wasted was a day,
Yeah.
longer for me not to be doing what I want to do. But there's a lot of different ideas about the overall length of the rehab. I think what I'd like to say is, just because somebody hasn't ever done it a certain way doesn't mean it's not possible. So I have definitely some
Okay.
odds stacked against me
Like that.
based on age. But I like it. Stack all the odds up against me and see what happens. It's going to be an interesting type of attacking of the rehab, because I'm drawing from all these different sources. I literally spent the last couple of days on the phone with people all over the country, giving me their time and advice, and I have calls today with a few other big names who you would know who suffered the same injury, just to talk to them about their rehab experience. So my entire focus and dedication is on acquiring the most information, and then
Okay. I like it. Going about it smart.
adding to what I've already put together is a pretty damn good rehab plan that's gonna, I think,
Okay.
shock some
Love
people.
the confidence.
Hell yeah. I don't know what Dr. Joe Rogan told you to do, but I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to hear it. We're all incredibly pumped to hear that this is your mindset. The recovery story, by the way, is going to make this entire thing sweeter in the end.
Hey, Aaron, so
Okay.
I want to know exactly when
Yes.
did you have an idea that it was actually, this was a serious thing? I think I told you, hey, when you sat back down, I know people don't
You
just
just
sit
said
down
it,
on the
bro.
field with like a sprained
man's
ankle. Did
question.
you know at that exact moment his injury.
And put weight on my foot and felt like I had drop foot. Interesting timetables on Achilles returns, but we'll see what happens. It's just there's a process. There's certain markers we got to hit.
You trying to say you're coming back this season?
Yeah, what's happening? Are you coming back for the playoffs?
Hey,
this
what?
year?
I'm not gonna make any of those statements. I don't feel like that's fair to myself. I'm just.
Is it a possibility?
I think, as Kevin Garnett said, anything's possible.
Wow.
What y'all think?
Do you know what Greeny is doing right now?
I'm gonna try and push this thing as much as it'll.
All right, man. What do y'all think, man? Best of luck to Aaron Rodgers for real.